So the fool, the rebel, the little brother, did not seem to possess the same haggling skills he'd wielded in the hall that recent fateful night. Because after a time and not a few more ales, it was agreed the rich brother would buy the enchanted hand mill for a bag of gold pieces at haymaking time, and that the poor brother would keep the mill until then. During those moons, you can imagine, the little mill gathered no dust, and when haymaking time arrived, the big brother was prompt with his visit. But the little brother might have forgotten to mention how to make the mill to stop when he gave it over to his big brother. It was evening when the big brother returned home with his prize, and in the morning he asked his wife to go to the fields that day. He would stay home and attend to the house duties. After scheming all day about district and then kingdom domination, the big brother noticed that dinner time had already approached, so he pulled out the little mill to give it its first task. "Grind herrings and milk pottage, and do it quickly and well," he sang into the mill. So the little mill did just as it asked, and after a time the man had filled every dish and pot in the house, only the mill just kept on grinding. The man yelled and shouted. He cursed, he begged, he held on to the handle, he banged it. But whatever rage he leashed onto the little mill, it would not stop grinding herrings and pottage. Pretty soon, the pottage rose so high, the man was barely able to swim to the door and open the latch. With the little mill tucked under his arm, a sea of herrings, twisting and turning, churning and roiling, hot on his heels over farm and field, the man ran. The wife and her workers looked up from their chores to see her husband cresting the hill, shouting, "I would that each of you had 100 stomachs! Run for your lives so you're not drowned in this pottage!" with a tidal wave of dinner as his backdrop. Arriving breathless at his brother's house, he begged him to please take back the mill and bade it stop grinding. "If it grinds one more hour, the entire district is likely to be drowned in a sea of pottage," he panted. The poor brother agreed to take it back. For a bag of gold pieces, mind you. Not in a position to haggle, the rich brother departed, minus 1 mill and all of his profits from the entire season's haymaking. With the mill and plenty of gold in his possession, the poor brother became as wealthy as a king and as renowned. He built a house on a hilltop overlooking the ocean. It was plated with solid gold, and it shone and glittered far out to the sea, and anyone that sailed by had to pay a visit. The tale of his enchanted mill spread far and wide, and there was no one in the land that hadn't heard of it. After the novelty of all that glitter and gold faded just a little, the brother began to feel that it was all just a costume, because he still felt the same on the inside.